Well, good morning. I'm feeling pretty inspired today to talk about just, things that are normal for human beings to feel, but, we feel hella guilty about having feelings, certain feelings and emotions that are, have a bad connotation to them, but they are what they are and they happen to each and every one of us. So, I wanted to talk about envy and jealousy. Okay. I, just like everybody else, has been envious, has been jealous. I don't think those are emotions that we can completely 100% get away from at any point of our existence. But I do think that we can process them differently, and I do think we can kind of lessen the intensity of those emotions and how they dictate our actions, right? And I think really it all boils down to loving yourself, accepting yourself, and creating a life that you can be proud of, right? So I feel like people get jealousy and envy mixed up. Like they're from the same, they're like cut from the same leaf in a way, but they're different. Jealousy is when you almost have a fear of losing something or somebody. And so if anything happens to threaten, their presence in your life or its presence in your life, you get these really strong feelings of like fight, and you feel really bad because you feel like you gotta kind of fight to keep what's yours, and it comes from a place of possessiveness, right? And there are a lot of things that can make you feel like something you have is being threatened to be taken away from you. I think the biggest example could be somebody, like being jealous of a mate. You can even be jealous of like, your friends, maybe you have a friend and she's hanging out with another friend a bit more than you or whatever. You can get big jealous if you really, feel like this friend is your friend, your possession, and let's not talk about spouses and relationships. You feel like these people provide such value in your life. You really have love for them, but in my opinion, it's not a healthy love because it's all about you. It's all about what they're doing for you, instead of you just loving the fact that they're sharing their energy with you, and that you guys can be in each other's lives, and I feel like when you look at it from that way, you're okay. You're not going to be happy if they choose to leave you or they choose to change the dynamic of y'all relationship, but you ultimately will want them to be happy, and if that happiness means that y'all relationship change, it is what it is. So that's like jealousy, right? The fear of losing something or someone. And then envy, is when, there's something you want that you don't have, and maybe someone else has it. And you may think you don't have it. This is all a perception game. Sometimes you don't. But sometimes you just feel that there's something that somebody else has that you want, you wish you had, you know. And that makes you feel so envious. Again, it's one of those emotions where, ooh, it's just like, ooh, you're mad, you're big mad. And you could do some really disgusting things from envy and jealousy, right? If you identify with it. And, you know, envy is one of those things where I feel like I've struggled more with envy than jealousy. And so I think that's because, you know, I have a pretty high achiever mentality. I feel like I identify a lot with what I can achieve physically and from what other people can see out of life. You know, that's what really was a big driver for me, was to seem successful to other people, you know. And when I would see people that, you know, obtained, you know, in my eyes, higher success, air quotation marks, you know, I would be feeling some kind of way about them. And, you know, for me, success isn't just, you know, money and possessions, but success to me could also be being beautiful, having a great spouse from the outside, right? From what the outside world is. You know, that shit would burn my biscuits. It would burn my biscuits, you know? And I had to really realize a couple things. The first thing was, do I really want what they want? Because if I really want what they have, am I willing to pay the price for it? You know, I need to do some research and see what they did, you know, to see if I really want it. And then if I really want it, I need to go after it, you know. And I need to be kinder to whatever that entity is I'm feeling some kind of way, because, you know, they could be an ally, you know. But I have to first see if I really want it. And sometimes I wasn't willing to pay the cost. I wasn't willing to pay the cost to get what they had. And so I realized I really didn't want it. You know, I wanted the, I guess, the perceived prestige that came along with what they had, you know. And sometimes I did want it and was willing to pay the cost, you know. So I feel like envy should drive you to really question what's driving you. What do you really want? And if you do want it, go get it. Go get it. If you're willing to pay the cost, go do it. You know? But like, I think, like I said, I don't think these type of feelings go away completely. I think the more that you start to create a life that you could be proud of, and really start to accept yourself completely, you know, not authentically, not based on what, in my opinion, based on what society says is successful or what you need to have. I feel like emotions like jealousy and envy have less of an impact on you because you are secure within you. You don't have a lack mentality. You know, you feel quite abundant. So since you feel quite abundant, you know, you're not going to have a fear of losing someone because you feel whole and complete now. You know, people and things in your life are just icing on the cake. You know, and that's a daily practice to keep that type of mindset, so you don't hold on just ridiculously tight. And then when you do feel jealousy, you know, you're able to sit with it and be aware of it instead of just reacting to that emotion, which, you know, can really sabotage your relationships, really. And envy, you know, you know, when that comes up, you remind yourself, hey, I'm doing a lot of good work in my life right now. You know, I'm doing a lot of good work, but man, this is bringing up some things. Maybe I need to pivot in some ways. Maybe I need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe some things within me are changing. Maybe, you know, and invite some time to sit with yourself in those emotions, right? Because you're not afraid of them. You know that they don't have to dictate who you are. But you know, there's some pretty strong emotions there. I used to feel like shame and guilt for feeling jealousy and envy, and now I'm just like, girl, that's normal. And not having that guilt and shame connected to jealousy and envy has allowed me to deal with it, and not sweep it under the rug, and address it, so you know I won't like react just ridiculously. Like, I'm hyper aware of it, and I'm not like beating myself up for it, you know. But how do you feel about jealousy and envy? Are you dealing with that a lot right now? I think I have been. There's been some moments of jealousy. There has been some moments of jealousy for me currently, and you know, that's really what prompted this video. But it has been a good exercise into introspection, and I have been very proud of myself for being able to sit with jealousy, because you know, it's such an icky thing, like, ooh, you know. But I'm very proud of myself that I can sit with it, you know. How are you feeling about envy and jealousy? Do you deal with one or the other more? You know, for me, I felt like I dealt with envy more than jealousy, but jealousy, you know, pops up now. And how have you dealt with that? How are you feeling with that in your journey, in this human journey right now? Let me know. But yeah, I think that's all I have today. I'm gonna go into the store. I need to get some things, so I'm gonna, you know, let you go. It feels like my videos have been really shorter, which I like. I like that it's a shorter message. Let me know if you like longer format talks and chats. Maybe I can just start just chatting sometimes. I don't know. But let me know. Please comment. You know, let's chat. I think it helps the algorithm, even though I'm not really worried about the algorithm. But you know, if we can get this message out to more people, or just let everyone know that we're all human and we're all dealing with shit, you know, you're not alone, okay? But I'm going to let you go on that note. Thank you for listening. Make sure you have a wonderful day. Until next time, bye.